All right, shalom, shalom. First phone was like all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Simeon Dominicans, double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstones, all since rocking out there, pressing the truth and sincerity. This is Brother Abanya.
YASHAMIAHLA. Shalom, Brother Lawyer.
You know, just wanted to go into a quick lesson, you know, on this, you know, this organization, I'll say, or, you know, this tech company. And basically they designed a, I don't know if they're the designers, but they have this facial recognition technology, which is able to, you know, basically scan you, you know. And they, of course, they got smart cards in them, you know, where you, you know, you tap it, you know, you tap it and go. But the whole development of this thing is to, you know, basically, what's the word I'm looking for? To normalize you and get you ready for this RFID chip. You know, same thing with the vaccinations, to normalize you, you know, and get you ready for what's to come, because they're literally building the cities around you. You know, when they brought in the vaccinations, Operation Warp Speed. You know, when most people were sleeping, they were bringing in vaccinations. You know, what was it here in Wisconsin? You know, they spread word at almost 5 in the morning. Said the vaccinations are here, and they're beginning to distribute it throughout all cities in the state, which is, I believe, it's 72 cities, you know. So they're getting ready for something big, you know. And this is going to help forward their agenda. This is from RMSomega.com and RMS Omega Technologies. It says a note touch, temperature, screen, and facial recognition solution. You know, you can go to the website, you know, and check it out and go into the article. But the camera, yeah, as you can see right there, the camera, the screen has a temperature, you know, and facial recognition, you know, and then it has the RFID tag to identify you, you know. But if you, like I said, you got a temperature, the thing automatically beeps, you know, and it notifies them that you have a temperature, but you're still not able to access the building without tapping your card, you know, because that's how they, like I said, that's how they identify you, you know, put the face to the name, you know, so to speak, you know. But like I said, ultimately, we know that that's to issue in that RFID chip, that mark of the beast. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, both rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their hand and in their foreheads. You know, and, you know, right there at the bottom of the screen, you know, of course, right now they're using heat signature technology. But at the bottom, you have to do what? You have to scan a card that they give you, you know, and eventually that card is going to be inside your hand. You know, it says
basically the gradualism that they've been using for over these years, man.
Okay.
You know, they're slowly but surely implementing, you know, these policies and these new adjustments in life to bring about, you know, ultimately the RFID chip, like the brother said. You know, and like these are just steps to getting to that point, and it's just showing you that gradualism in the way that they're operating.
Okay. It says, I read it again. It says that no man shall buy or sell save he that had the mark or the number of the beast, or the name of the beast, of a number of his name. You know, and that we always go into the universal barcode, the number 666. You know, in order to program when you go into digital programming, you program a card. You know, it's broken down into a series of numbers. You know, and that number, like I said, being 606. You know, which is the number of the beast. You know, their technology, their system, that image. You know, and that RFID chip. You know, that implant being the mark. You know, it says, here is wisdom. Let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, For it is the number of a man, and his number is 6 score. It's like 603 score and 6, which is 666. You know, so this devil is getting ready to pull all the stops. You know, to to basically get you to conform to his society. And if you don't conform to his society, hey, you're be prepared to be cut off. Be prepared to be starved out. And then hey, just like Masada, Masada all over again. Your brothers have something. If you have anything.
I have. Let's see, I made Psalm 64. God, that's Psalm 64. God, this is the book of Psalm, chapter 64, and verse 2. And it reads, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words."
And who is that secret counsel? These elites. The secret counsel of the wicked. Because through their policies, they what they say, they practice wickedness upon their bed, and when the ones like they practice, they're literally sitting in actual council meetings, planning what to do. Go ahead.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Right, and the perfect is the elect, and then they're shooting their arrows, they're shooting their shots, and they're coming upon those, what it said, those that fear the Lord, and so we know what's coming, and we're preparing our minds, preparing our bodies, and we're presenting our body a living sacrifice by doing this work.
Precept. This is Proverbs 4.
And finish that.
Yeah, a little bit more. Verse 5, "They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search."
Right, they accomplish a diligent search. They got the best scientists, the best researchers. I don't know how to properly do it. What would be the best way, the best method. Carefully planning it out. And right now, because they're Russian, they're getting very sloppy with it.
"Both the inward part of every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Most High, YASHAMIAHLA, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory."
Okay. The righteous gonna trust in him, and they're gonna glory. So go ahead with your precept.
This is Proverbs 4 and 16. It reads, "For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they unless they cause some to fall." And so, go ahead.
And that's literal, They said they sleep not until they have done mischief, because they cause something to fall. When you go into your legislature, you go into your laws being passed. When do you find out about the law being passed? If you do look it up, it's in the wee hours of the morning when everybody else is asleep. 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. That's when they're practicing their wickedness. That's when they're passing the laws, for you people. But go ahead.
It says, again, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So that they're constantly thinking of ways to overtake the poor. And in this case, Jake. You know, you so-called blacks, you so-called Native Americans, you so-called Latinos. It says, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. You know, so everything that they're doing and implementing now is part of that bread of wickedness. You know, they want to have complete control over you, you know, over the world, you know, pure world domination, that new world order, that, you know, it's like that,
order out chaos.
yeah, order out chaos.
You know, order through chaos.
Yeah.
You know, they create the narrative, you know, for chaos, and they come with the solution for order, only to bring you into their will from the get-go. You know, to roughly paraphrase. That's more.
That's it.
Kind. You know, and was it Corinthians? It said, we are not ignorant of his devices. You know, so hey, we see what you devils are doing. You know, hey, and our job is to warn the people. You know, the elect. You know, hey, of the what's to come. You know, hey, and we refuse to conform. You know, and we're going to continue to push the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You got another precept? Okay.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 10, and I'm going to start at verse 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
Right, and this devil is going to be taken in the devices that he had imagined. You know, so all those things that he has he's getting ready to implement, all those things that he's doing, hey, he's going to be taken in that own craftiness. Because, hey, what you're seeing, what are you seeing right now? You're seeing a lot of those hardcore Edomites, you know, saying, hey, we refuse to take the chip. We refuse to conform, you know. And their tongue is literally falling upon themselves, you know.
Egyptian versus Egyptian.
Kind of.
And like brothers have brought out at camp this past week, like, you know, Esau has always been against each other. You know, and you see, you know, the different, you know, they Esau is always, you know, they've been warning each other. It's been a historical and historically documented that Esau, like, even, okay, for example, the Civil War. You know, even before that, their independence from Britain, and before that, they were warring in Europe, and you know, Esau has just been a terror to his own self. You know, let alone to Jake. I mean, he's like the brothers have mentioned. He's a virus. You know, that needs to be eradicated.
Like, you know, Esau is he's a cancer on the earth.
Yes.
And you know, what do you do with cancer? Do you get along with cancer? Do you try to reconcile with cancer, or do you eradicate cancer off the earth? Esau is a cancer, and he needs to be eradicated off the earth.
That's right.
But it's just a little bit more meat on this bone. Let me finish this. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. See, basically, Esau has, he's had an agenda for a long time, well, since the beginning, to overthrow, you know, the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and bless himself, you know, help his own people. You know, that goes into white supremacy and white privilege, because when you think of it, who live in all the ghettos and all the poor cities, you know, all the slums, you know, it's the poor people, the Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And, you know, Esau, he's never helped Jake. He's always had a plan to overthrow us. And, you know, that it shows in his, you know, in his ways, the way he treats us since the beginning of time.
Okay.
Verse 4, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. Esau don't give a damn about the Most High. He don't even believe in the Lord. I mean, there's so much proof across the board that Esau, he actually set himself up as the Most High. You know, when he whitewashed the images during the Renaissance through iconoclasm, you know, during the Renaissance, when he when he whitewashed those images and he set himself up as the Most High, that showed right there that he had no faith in Yahweh Shai. And with
a blasphemer.
God.
You know? What it should say,
blasphemy of the Holy Spirit.
No more covetous man than Esau.
God.
You know? You had
that's it on that. But I do have something about blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 31. And it reads, "Wherefore I say unto you, all manner of sin and blasphemy shall be forgiven unto men, but the blasphemy against the Holy Spirit shall not be forgiven unto men. And whosoever speaketh a word against the Son of Man, it shall be forgiven him. But whosoever speaketh against the Holy Spirit, it shall not be forgiven him, neither in this world, neither in the world to come."
Right, and it's your sin is not going to be forgiven. You know, that's not going to be forgiven you. You know,
Hell no.
Point blank, period.
Nor your idle words.
God.
Nor your persecution of the Most High's chosen people.
Hey, what the truth said. Hey, this is the people that the Lord have an indignation with forever.
God, Malachi.
You know. Hey, so with that, you know, hopefully this video was edifying. You know, their system, they're getting ready to set up their system. You know, so you better stay prayed up, stay faithful. You know, continue to push His word and truth and sincerity. So with that, you know, all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to all sincere out there pressing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.